State of Kansas versus Karis. Is it Juana? Juno?
Juno.
Okay, does Miss Green still have an outstanding warrant? Where are you, Miss Green?
Yes, she does, Your Honor.
Okay, where are you, Miss Green?
In Alaska?
Do you know you failed to come to court?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so on August 22nd, you posted a $7,500 bond with us. Who's Cynthia Miller?
That's my mom.
Okay, you just cost her $7,500 by not coming to court.
There's no way that, like...
And that was a cash bond, it looks like. Up to 42 months in prison. Is your hair more important than your prison sentence?
Mm.
Okay, because you seem like you're distracted with your hair, and I would expect you to be attuned to this prison sentence that you're looking at of 10 to 42 months. You're also looking at a potential fine up to $100,000 if convicted. And you went straight back to Alaska?
Yeah.
Are you living with someone there?
Yeah.
Who?
My mom.
I can make you turn yourself in there in Alaska. Who was the gentleman walking around behind you in the picture a while ago?
Oh, that's my friend.
Well, who is he?
His name's Dale.
Dale what?
Dale Whitman.
Dale Whitman? How do you spell that?
1 second.
Well, just have him come on up here.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon. Can you put your face in this camera, please?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that was on the video. I apologize for my appearance.
Okay. All right. Your name is Dale Whitman. Is that right?
That is incorrect. It's A.M.
A.M. And how are you connected or related to this young lady?
I'm a friend, and I specifically met her friend, Erin, who was involved in the same case.
Okay. And where do you live?
I live in Green Mountain Falls, Colorado.
And you're at home right now?
I am.
What's your address? All right. Thank you, sir. You said, what was the name of the town in Colorado again? Green Mountain?
Green Mountain Falls. Very
Green
small
Mountain
town with a population of about approximately 2,000.
Okay. All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome. Miss Green,
Yes.
you just lied to me. You said you weren't in Colorado. Well, what'd you say, officer? New Mexico? But you told me you were in Alaska. Why'd you lie to me? You realize you put me in a position where I can't trust anything you tell me now. Your mom doesn't have to be there, does she?
Oh, no.
If you're smart, you'll go down to your local sheriff and turn yourself in on your warrant.
Please, is there any way that you can just lift the warrant? I'm so
Well, I would have if you hadn't lied to me.
I'm so sorry.
But like I said, I can't believe anything you tell me now. Did you tell me you're going to turn yourself in or not?
Oh, I mean, yeah. My friend wanted to, if it was okay, talk to the courts.
All right. And if I tell you to drive her to the local sheriff, would you do it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Well, I thought I had figured out what I was going to do with her. Give me a few more minutes. Let me
Yes,
take
ma'am.
out this Reynolds so she doesn't have to keep working.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
You're gonna leave my warrant. Is there any way you could quash it? Ma'am, I know I messed up.
Don't use that language in court. That's contempt.
I'm so sorry. I know I messed up.
I don't think you've ever told me yet why you actually lied and said you were in Alaska right now. You want to try again?
Tell her the entire truth and let her know that we're here right now.
I just thought maybe I would like get in trouble because I hadn't told you guys that I went back to Colorado.
Okay.
And
Whose voice was that I just heard?
that is Marshall
Who's Marshall?
Goings.
Law enforcement is on.
All right. Are you there for her on her warrant, Marshall? All right.
I am.
But
Again, why didn't you tell me you had a marshal there to take you into custody?
I was getting to that. I was.
All right. Okay. Well, you're going with him now. Then we're going to quit playing games and.
I wasn't trying to play games with you, miss. And I really apologize for lying to you in your court. It wasn't right.
Well, you go with him.
All right. Can't believe that. So sorry. I'll call one final.
Can you please feel
Yeah,
me up?
absolutely. Absolutely. Think about it. Don't take. Go with these guys. Don't, that's all you can do.
I'll go for it.
It's not gonna be that tough. I'll watch the dog. The dog will be fine. I guarantee you that.
We get a confirmation.
Anybody? Yes.
3 more minutes and we'll send a second.
Dog is gonna go nuts. You guys try to take her out.
We are now on the record in 2022 CR 136, State of Kansas versus Karis Juno Green. County Attorney Jill Gillette appearing for the state. Is Karis Juno Green present? All right, you'll have to come up to the table and get close to the microphone. Yeah, Miss Green, it's been a while. You are back here on a warrant to show cause why your community corrections for a conviction of possession of methamphetamines should not be revoked. The state is alleging that you did violate your probation or your corrections assignment. Just a moment, please. Looks like May 29th, 2024, you had a modification filed extending your corrections for 6 months from the 14th day of June until December 14th of 2024. Probation needing to be extended because you were still engaged in treatment and needed additional clean time before being released from probation. That again was in relation to your possession of methamphetamine conviction on April 19th of 2023. Now it's alleged that you did violate your probation and it needs to be set before Judge Satterfield, your sentencing judge, to determine if in fact you have violated and if in fact your case should result in probation revoked and if you should go to the Kansas Department of Corrections for the original 15 months. Missy, do you have a date for her show cause?
Yes, September 26th at 1:30.
Okay. Miss Green, you must appear in person at the courthouse on that date. September 26th at 1:30.
Yes, Your Honor.
And are you going to hire an attorney?
I need one appointed to me, Your Honor.
So you don't believe you're able to hire an attorney at this time?
No, I do not.
And are you employed?
I am not.
How long has it been since you were employed?
A couple months.
What did you do when you were employed? What kind of work?
I worked at the staffing agency in Wichita, Kansas, packaging at the warehouse.
All right. And why aren't you doing that anymore?
I got let go.
Have you tried to find any other employment?
I have. I've put in lots of applications and just been getting denial letters. But
All
yeah,
right.
I keep trying.
So who is supporting you then if you're not able to work?
Friends, family.
Do you have a set address?
I do, yeah.
Okay. It sounds like you're able. There's no reason why you don't work other than you just lost your job and haven't found another one.
I mean, I have no funds.
Okay.
None in
All right.
saving. None in.
All right. Well, what I'm thinking is I'm going to appoint an attorney, but it could be that you need to pay some of that attorney fees back at the end of your proceedings if you can work and just don't work. let's see, you had Christopher Ambrose before. I will see if he'll take your case again. I will appoint an attorney and I'll start with him. If he can take it, then he'll be reappointed. If he doesn't take it, then we'll find you another very competent, capable attorney. Yeah, Missy, you don't know yet. You haven't talked to his office if he'll take the case.
I have not.
Okay. All right. Well, you have your court date, September 26th at 1:30. You check with Missy, my assistant, later this week. Make sure she knows how to reach you. Make sure she has an address, a phone number, and a email address so we can get a hold of you. And so we can give that to Mr. Ambrose so he can get a hold of you. But keep in mind, you're the one with the probation set to be considered, not Mr. Ambrose. So it's your responsibility to call him, even if he doesn't call you. And Judge Satterfield set and approved a $2,500 bond, which looks like you've posted. I will continue that bond with the continuing conditions and the added condition that you reappear September 26th at 1:30. I did not go over with you, and I should on your warrant to show cause, the allegations that you reportedly violated ISP agreement number 7, do not illegally possess, use, or traffic in any controlled substance, narcotic, or other drug as defined by law, except as provided by a licensed practitioner to you. And ISP agreement number 4, obtain and work faithfully at suitable employment and support your dependents. And then he says that that you have violated by submitting to a UA on June 17th, 2024, testing positive for fentanyl, and by failing to submit employment verification since March 24th. So I don't know if ISO Clausen has an appointment with you, but check with him and see what he wants you to do between now and your court date of September 27th. So I'm adding to your existing bond conditions that you contact your ISO, that you contact Missy later this week to find out who your attorney is, and then you contact that attorney right away. Finally, I'm adding that you reappear September 27th at 11 a.m. in person.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Gillette, anything further?
I can't think of anything else.
All right, Ms. Green, anything further?
No, Your Honor.
All right, then you are excused. You may go.
Thank you.
Karis Green, are you here? She's not in custody.
No, I'm here.
There she is. There you are.
Thanks.
All right, we are on the record in 2024 CR 159, State of Kansas versus Karis Juno Green, County Attorney Jill Gillette appearing for the state, Miss Green appearing in person and pro se. Miss Green, the state is alleging that after you left court, last time I saw you, this is their allegation, that you left court and possessed the controlled or illegal substance fentanyl. They are saying that you possessed fentanyl tablets, and that is a level 5 drug felony. If convicted, you could serve time in prison, and your penalty for level 5 could be anywhere from 10 months to 42 months, and you could pay a fine up to $100,000. And in count 2, you're accused of possessing a homemade smoking device as well as a lighter and pink and white container for the purpose of storing or ingesting or the controlled substance. That charge is a B misdemeanor. If convicted, you could serve 6 months in the county jail and $1,000 fine would be imposed. Miss Green, are any of your cases still open and set before a judge?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Miss Gillette, what does she have next?
She had a pending revocation on her methamphetamine case.
Is it still set in front of the judge or did they resolve it?
Her case is
That for the 26th.
26th in front of Judge Satterfield at 30 p.m.
All right. So you said December 26th?
September 26th,
Ah.
16 days.
Okay. September 26th. At what time?
One,
And that's Judge Satterfield. And does that go back to that same case where she ran to Colorado? Is that the same case?
yes,
Okay. All right. Well, I think what I might try to do is, do you think see if Judge Satterfield wants to take this? Well, I have to get her through prelim first.
she needs a PHC date.
Okay. And who's her attorney in the other case?
Her attorney in the other case is Mr. Ambrose.
Ambrose. All right. Miss Green, are you working?
I am not,
And why do you not work?
because I'm going into treatment today, so
You're going into treatment.
yeah.
Well, I don't know that you've ever worked in all the time I've known you.
I had a job for 9 months.
What kind of work do you do?
It was like warehouse work, like
Okay.
packaging up.
Okay. So you're able to work.
Yes, I'm able to work. Well, I mean, not right now, but when I get out, I plan on getting a job.
Okay. And you seem to be able to make your bonds. Who supports you?
Family, friends.
I remember your mom had paid your bond at one point. Is she still in Alaska?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did she pay your bond this time?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so your mom's taking care of your bonds. Is she paying your housing and your food?
No, I have food stamps.
Okay, so you have Kansas state assistance.
Yeah.
And what have you done? Made Kansas your home?
Yes, I mean temporarily until this is figured out.
Okay. Well, when this all started, you told me you lived in Alaska, but we found you in Colorado. Your mom was headed to, I believe, Georgia, and I thought you were just passing through Kansas, but because of your probation or for some other reason, you've decided to stay here.
I couldn't get my interstate compact wasn't to the state that I wanted.
And what state were you wanting to go to?
Washington.
Washington. All right. Okay, well, you're on a $12,500 bond, as I understand it. That's the scheduled bond that you've already posted, and I will continue that bond. I will hesitate to appoint Mr. Ambrose because it seems to me that if you wanted to work, you could. You look like you're young and healthy to some extent. You could work if you wanted to, but as long as you've got your mom and family paying for you, maybe you just don't have a need to. But I will reappoint Mr. Ambrose for this case too, if you'll take it. And Missy, when will her PHC be?
October 25th at 1:30.
October 25th at 1:30. You must be back here October 25th at 1:30 with Mr. Ambrose. Now that can be by Zoom for this hearing, but the one with Judge Satterfield is one that you must appear at the courthouse September 26th at 1 o'clock. That's pretty much standard protocol on warrants to show cause. Now, she may appear by Zoom, but you have to be here at the courthouse. You understand that?
I understand.
All right. And you're to have no alcohol or no illegal drugs. And when you go to treatment, you tell them you still have court appointments that you have to be.
Oh, you guarantee I'm going to let them know.
Because you can't skip court
I
and
know.
use treatment as your excuse. We see that a lot. Even though you may need treatment, you still need to come to court.
Oh, I understand that, Your Honor.
All right. So, Ms. Gillette, is there anything further?
I can't think of anything else from Ms. Green.
All right, Ms. Green, you're excused from this hearing. And call Mr. Ambrose in a day or two.
All right, council, are we ready to go now?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we're gonna go on the record in state of Kansas versus Sears Green. 2022 CR 136. She's been present by Zoom. Also appearing is Ms. Gillette, Greenwood County Attorney, Mr. Clausy, Intensive Supervision Officer, and Mr. Ambrose, Ms. Green's attorney. We are scheduled for revocation. The allegation seems to be drug related and a new possession case. Announcement, this was filed on September 10th of 24. Alleged occurrence, August 13th of 24. Announcement to the court.
Yes, Your Honor. I've spoken with the state as well as Ms. Green, and Ms. Green is prepared to enter a stipulation to the underlying violation. And with that stipulation, we will note that she was arrested for the new case. She's not yet been found guilty of it, but she did have law enforcement interaction and was arrested on a new case. And in speaking with the prosecution, I believe we're going to be entering a joint recommendation that Ms. Green serve a 3-day sanction on house arrest at her current inpatient treatment facility. She's at Holland Pathways for inpatient treatment currently. She'll be there and inpatient until it sounds like late December or shortly before Christmas. So I guess it'd be mid-December technically. But that's going to be the joint recommendation of the parties. And I believe that's where we're at. And also, Judge, I will note, I think my notes show that Miss Green was supposed to be there in person today. It's totally my fault. I was gone last week, and when my assistant had some confusion about sending out Zoom links, and it got sent out for her to be on Zoom, which is my fault, not hers. She does, however, have a stable internet connection, and if the court and the state has no objection moving forward today, we're prepared to take care of that stipulation today.
Okay.
And I apologize for that. I'll take full responsibility. It's not her fault, it's mine.
Okay, so what the allegation is that she was found in the restroom of G&W Foods unresponsive. She was taken to the emergency room and had fentanyl in a smoking pipe. She is charged with those things, and I could make a preponderance of the evidence finding, and then that would do away with any ability for them to subsequently, if there's a conviction, utilize that conviction. But in the revocation, whatever she is admitting to, obviously, if she's sanctioned for it, she cannot be sanctioned again for the same conduct or incident. And it's written down in the journal entry what it is that she's either been found to be in violation of or what she has stipulated that she's in violation of. So I want to make sure that wording is precise. She hasn't been, I mean, it could be amended, but she hasn't been violated on a failure to notify of law enforcement contact within the required period of time. That's not one of the allegations.
Understood, Your Honor, and how the court's stating it is fine for us.
Okay. That by a preponderance of the evidence, the court finds that she was in possession of narcotic and paraphernalia.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Are you waiving your right to hearing at this time, Ms. Green?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Ken, has she had a previous sanction?
Yes, Your Honor. On June 8th, she did serve a 2-day. I just looked it up. It was one of those things where she was in Sedgwick County. I signed it, Ed Ketley signed it, and I had her sign it to the jail. And I think the paperwork got lost at the jail, so it's not actually been filed. I will go look for that today. But she did actually serve a 2-day sanction on June 8th of this year.
Okay. Ms. Green, do you know when you're getting out of treatment?
I'm going to be stepping down to PHP, which will mean I'll be coming to treatment 5 days a week, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. on around December 20th.
Okay. All right, I'm going to find that you violated terms and conditions of your probation. I think I've heard the recommendations. Counsel, I am not inclined to sanction her again, since I want it noted that she has had a sanction. She's received a sanction. She's not required to have another sanction. She has a very serious problem that will probably result in a very tragic outcome for her if she doesn't work her program. She's already there. I'm just not a fan of messing with house arrest and doing that while she's in treatment. I mean, she's pretty confined in treatment anyway. I just don't think the cost and the complications of it warrant what the benefits would be in her particular case. And I think I thought about making her between the holidays, between Christmas and New Year's, coming in and doing a weekend or a 2-day sanction or something. But if she stays with her program, I would rather see her do that than coming in and doing some short stinted jail time. The only reason I would do it is if she has not been sanctioned, so that the next time the court has full authority to outright revoke her probation. But it sounds as if she's already done the intermediate sanction and the only one that's required by law. And so she has to understand that the court's going to note that I did not impose a sanction, but that probably means I'm going to be much harsher in the event she comes back before the court for anything again. So I hope that I can make an impression in that regard and just tell her that the utmost important is staying where she's at and staying with that program. So,
Okay, Your Honor.
Are you willing to sign a sheet of paper if Mr. Clausing needs it that says that you did a voluntary 2-day jail sanction for him?
Yeah, of course.
If he needs a new piece of paper. Okay. But like I said, I'm going to note it in the file. And I'm going to reinstate your community corrections. Now, the minute Ken gets a call that you're sleeping in and not going to group, or you had some, person come by that wasn't authorized to visit you, or anything that he gets, he's going to report it to the court. And then, as I stated, the next time, it's not going to be that easy.
I understand, Your Honor.
Okay, very good.
Thank you.
Where's she at on her cost of fees? Do you know?
I paid them all off.
Okay. And is Senate bill paying for you? Is somebody paying for your treatment? No, you are?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm gonna waive attorney's fees today. Mr. Clausing, does it need extended?
Yes, Your Honor, it does.
How much time do you want with her?
I would say go ahead and extend it for a year from today.
Okay.
And if she gets done sooner, we can always let her go.
Okay. So Ken's pretty easy to work with if you know, if you pay attention, you're halfway respectable to him. Or respectful, I should say. He has the authority to terminate your probation early, but I am going to go ahead and extend it for a year. Now, as I should have told you, at least what I tell people, try to make them understand is that whatever your Department of Corrections sentence is, or jail sentence, or whatever it may be, it always hangs over your head until you get a successful termination of probation. So that, you know, when it gets extended, then that means your risk continues of being ordered to serve your underlying sentence, and a new felony conviction would probably easily do that. Okay?
I understand, Your Honor.
All
Thank
right.
you very much.
All right. Take care of yourself. Is there anything further, counsel?
No, Your Honor.
I can't think of anything.
All right, we are adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.